What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this Galentine's Day look right here. I feel like everyone does Valentine's Day looks around this time of year and like looks for date night and stuff like that, but no one really does looks for when you just want to go out to dinner with your girls on Valentine's Day. Maybe you don't have a Valentine this year and you're just planning to hang out with your friends. That is totally awesome and this look is perfect for that. I did a bright red glossy lid, a peachy glossy lip, and then I actually tried out faux freckles today and I'm really digging it. Glowy skin, it's just really bold and out there and perfect for when you're just hanging out with the girls. It's not something you would probably wear on date night, so it's a great opportunity for when you're just hanging out with your friends and you want to wear your makeup nice and bold and crazy. By the way, these earrings are from Forever 21. They were like $5 and they are adorable. I get tons of compliments when I wear these and I thought they went well with this look. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Alright, you guys know the drill. I'm starting off with my L'Oreal Lumi Primer. This is just the best primer for my skin personally. It gives a very nice luminous finish. It's not too moisturizing. I totally think an oily skin person could use this and still love it just as much as I do with my dry skin. Moving on to the eyes, I'm just priming with my Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm taking this little bit pinky of a red and then a very bright, almost neon red. And I'm first going in with the pinkier red and blending this all out in my crease, nice and blown out. Not being super precise, I am going to just put gloss right on top of all these shadows, so no need to worry about making it super perfect or anything like that because pretty much it's going to get messed up by the end of the day. But yeah, I'm just kind of using this as my transition shade. All I'm doing here is pulling out that shade a little bit further out of my eye just to give more of a cat eye effect and lift the end of my eye a little bit. So here I'm just taking that more bright neon red and I'm just using my finger to pack this on just because it is a super pigmented color and I find that the finger works better than a brush. And also you don't have to clean a bunch of red eyeshadow off a brush later, so I just use my finger and it works just as good. And I'm just packing this all over the lid and I'm going to worry about blending it out later, so just first get all the color on. And it was just a little bit too pinky red for me, so I took the shade Red Ochre from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette and I just lightly dusted that over top just to give it more of a true red shade. So now I'm just going to blend out any harsh lines. I'm kind of wanting to blend that brighter red shade up near the front of my brow. This just gives it a little bit more interesting of a look if you blend the eyeshadow kind of like on the side of the nose up to the front of the brow. So I like to do that, so that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm again just extending the shadow just to give my eye a cat eye effect. I like to lift the side of my eye because it tends to look kind of like droopy on the outer edge, so I use that eyeshadow to kind of give my eye a lift. I'm just lightly dusting over that red ochre shade, again just to give it more of a true red color, and then basically rinse and repeat on the other eye, just blending it up near the brow, and then extending the shadow to give the cat eye shape. Since these shadows are so pigmented, it's going to get a little bit messy, so just take a makeup wipe and clean up the outer edge. This is just going to give it a little bit sharper of an outer corner. It just looks nicer in the end and cleans up the face area so it's not getting red eyeshadow all on your foundation. I'm just popping on some mascara and prepping for my falsies. Right after applying my mascara, I had to run to Walmart because I realized I didn't have lash glue, but once I got it, I popped on these Slayla lashes. You can get them from the Morphe website. They're by the brand Flutter, so they're pretty dramatic, especially for me, so I thought they'd be perfect for a Galentine's Day look. Use some dramatic lashes. Alright, so moving on to the face, I am using my little Real Techniques beauty sponge and I'm blending out the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. Finally, I am not using my Maybelline Dewy and Smooth, I know, but yeah, I just wanted to have a foundation with a little bit more color in it. I did like slightly self-tan at this point, so I just needed a little bit darker of a shade, and my L'Oreal Pro Glow is perfect, and it also gives a nice glow. I do add a little bit of the Smashbox primer oil just to give it that extra luminosity. Moving on to the concealer, I am using my tried and true Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This one is in the shade Light. I need to get one that's slightly darker because this one's a little bit too light for my preference, but I'm just adding this to the usual highlighting areas, creating little designs all over my face, and then just blending it out with the same sponge that I use for my foundation. A little bit of this concealer goes a very long way, so have a light hand when you're using it. I see so many people just put like tons and tons of concealer under the eyes, and it can definitely look cakey really quick under there and also around the nose area. So just go in with a light hand. I promise it'll cover all your dark circles. It has great coverage. Then I'm just setting it with the Makeup Forever setting powder. I'm also taking that translucent powder around my nostrils. Like I said, it can tend to look cakey around there, so I like to set that area. Then I'm just mixing red ochre in that same red shade from the Morphe palette, and I'm just buffing this out on the lower lash line, not being super precise at all. I can never say the word precise, but anyways, just nice and airbrush down there. I want it to be nice and blown out and smoky, and then I'm just highlighting my inner corner. I don't even know what eyeshadow I use, but you can even use your face highlight. That's probably what I did. And then I use the same highlight on my brow bone. And then by this point in my makeup, I realized I had drug out the eyeshadow a little bit too far. It was like too cat eye. So basically translucent powder is like the magic eraser for makeup. So I just took a little bit of that on my sponge and dabbed it to kind of clean up that area and not have it dragged out so far. It was still cat eye, it just wasn't as far out from my eye as it was before. So I just cleaned up that area perfectly. And then here I'm just contouring with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I really like this for contouring just because it's nice and cool toned, but it still gives you a little bit of warmth. I do go in with an additional bronzer after, but I just like this shade for contouring. I'm using my good old Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in the shade Bronze for my bronzer today. This is a nice kind of luminous shimmery bronzer. It doesn't have chunky glitter, but it does have some shimmer in it, so if that's not for you, then I don't recommend this. But I really like it personally. It gives your skin such a nice pretty glow and just makes you look like you've been out in the sun for a few hours. It looks really pretty. For blush, I'm using this cream blush from the brand Juice Beauty. I use a little stippling brush and I just pat this onto my cheek area. I love cream blushes. I just think they melt into the skin so beautifully and they look so natural, and I feel like they do last longer than powder blushes. And same for this cream product. This is the liquid version of the highlight from Becca Cosmetics in the shade Opal. And it just comes in this miniature little, I think this is just a mini size. I think the one they actually sell is bigger, but I don't even know where I got this from. But the same thing goes for this. It just melts into the skin so beautifully. I just blend it out with my beauty blender, and it just gives your skin like this lit from within look and just makes it look the most natural. Like if you just really like a natural highlight but still like to glow a lot, this is perfect for you. Moving on to the brows, I feel like this is the day I finally figured out my brows. Like I finally tweezed them perfect. Well, not perfect, but I finally tweezed them really good, and I finally figured out how to fill them in and to set them perfectly. So here we go. First, I'm just filling them in as usual with the Anastasia brow definer in the shade Soft Brown. This is the shade I use for my blonde hair. And then here you just see me set it with the soap brow technique. I have a full video on this look that I will link down below. But this combo, doing the filling in first and then the soap, is perfect, and it made my brows look amazing. So I'm just applying some chapstick to my lips and then lining with the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude. I am obsessed with this lip liner. I cannot get enough of it. Now I'm taking this Loreal matte lip crayon in the shade Peach, of course, and I am filling my entire lips in with this lipstick. I like this formula because it's still extremely comfortable, but it's still long wearing and matte finish. I did apply a gloss over top, but yeah, I just like the formulation of this, and it's super easy to apply because it is in the crayon form. So then for the gloss, I'm using the Maybelline Shine Shot Gloss, and this is the one with a little bit of holographicness to it. It's a super cool look, and I just love how glossy and juicy this is. It looks amazing. So then just to add a little bit more highlight, I'm taking the Colourpop highlight in the shade Spoon. This one in particular does have a little bit of chunky glitter to it, but it's got some like blue hue to it, which went really well with the holographic lip gloss. So I did that and it looked really pretty. And then all you do to get the glossy lid look is just literally take a little lip balm in the can form. I like to use that. And then you literally just dab it on with your finger. It is so easy. I did go in with that same lip gloss I used on my lips and apply it a little bit more just to give it extra glossiness, and it looked amazing. I loved how I came out with the red eyeshadow. And then I did try out some faux freckles today, and they looked so cute. For some reason, like, I tried them out once and I hated them, but then today I just kind of winged it and did it, and they came out so cute. I'm taking the Colourpop eyebrow, it's just like their like little eyebrow pencil, and I want to say it's in the shade brunette, and I'm literally just using the lightest hand because it is very pigmented, and I'm dabbing it all over the kind of like top apples of the cheeks and across my nose area very lightly, and then I kind of went over with my beauty blender again just to make the areas that were too dark a little bit lighter, and that is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. This is one of my favorite videos I have ever filmed. I loved how it came out, and don't forget to have an amazing Valentine's Day even if you don't have a Valentine, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!